you, and I know everyone in this room does. I'm talking about the women, the men who are here who support CWA, and the elected officials. By the way, the elected officials are here, and there's some that just couldn't be here tonight. Various other commitments in their districts. This is the hardcore true believers who are here tonight. And as I've said before, I've never seen, in my 8 years in the Texas Senate, the presence of God in the Capitol like I have seen this year. Jimmy Gavitt, myself, Controller Hager, Ken Paxton, Sid Miller. I've participated in all their swearing-ins and the inauguration, and I can tell you, every one of them put God first. They're bold. They're standing on the Word of God, the Old and New Testament. They love Jesus Christ as I do, and they're not afraid to say it. We even, in Sid Miller's swearing-in, our Ag Commissioner, in the House, there was even a laying of hands on him in the House. Can you imagine that? In fact, we were doing an event, and I mean, that's true what I just told you, and I told that story, and it was Sid, myself, Glenn, and Ken. We were answering questions for TPPF, and I told that story, and I said, this is the first time ever there was a laying of hands in the Texas House. And he said, well, actually, Dan, I tried to get my hands around the neck of a few people, but you know, this is kind of interesting to me. I told this story. I did 2 church services yesterday up at Cottonwood Baptist, and I was up at the Collin County Lincoln Reagan Day dinner Saturday night. And I told the story that when, where's the plate? Do you have a plate? Yes, sir. Okay, you have a plate. Okay. Well, you can hold it back there. Okay. Is that when the governor is out of town, I become the governor, as most of you know. So he left town Friday at 3 o'clock. And he came back tonight. So I thought to myself, and Jan and I, and she apologizes for not being here, but we have a birthday party for our 1-year-old this Saturday, so she's home getting the house ready for the family. And I told the story that I got home Friday, and when I get home, I like to throw my ratty clothes, the worst jeans that Jan won't let me wear out of the house, and a t-shirt she won't let me wear out of the house, but it's comfortable. And I said, so I don't think the governor should probably dress like this, even in his own home. Something could happen, you know? Something could happen. And I'm not making this up. And so if you've read the paper, you know this is true. So Logan Spence, my chief of staff, I just said to him, I said, I don't want anything to go wrong. I just want Governor Abbott to get back safely from Washington, where he did a great job in impersonation. The phone rings, it's my chief of staff, and he said, and I was on the phone with someone else, and he said, Governor, I need to speak with you. And I said, well, is it urgent? Thinking he'd say no. He said, no, it's urgent. And I thought, that could be anything. So I've only been governor for like a couple of hours, and I said, okay, let me hang this up, I'll call you back. So I said, okay, Logan, what's urgent? He said, we have a prison riot going on. No one's last time you heard about a prison riot in Texas. Why now? 2,000 illegal aliens down in Harlingen. If you saw the story, they tore the place apart. We had to move them all. 2,500 today. So I immediately went into my I'm not Alexander Haig mode. I'm just staying here in my ratty old jeans and letting the Department of Public Safety and the Texas Rangers handle it. And they did a great job. They handled it fine. There is good news, though. The best news about being governor when he's out of town, for me, is, and I think most of you know this, all the other statewide, they make between $135,000 and $150,000 a year. Lieutenant Governor makes $7,200 a year. I get paid the same $600 a month as your senators and representatives. But when I'm governor for the day, I get his salary. So it was meat-eating night for the Patrick family. And now I have a plate to put that steak on. This is all good. I wouldn't dare. Anyway, I'll be very brief because you have a lot of elected officials who want to speak, and we're going to the next event. There's quite a few events this time of year. But I want to say to everyone, Ann was just fabulous, Michelle, all of the ladies in here, some from my home district, some of you I've never met before. We won the election through the grace of God and through your hard work. Stepping up and stepping out for me. I had three, as you know, very skilled, very smart, very tough opponent. And I'm here tonight, and I know it because the victory is the Lord's. And I was so relaxed in the campaign because I really believe that if I ran my best, and if I didn't win, that's because the Lord had something else He wanted me to do, and that was just part of preparing me. Just like everything I've done in my life has prepared me for this. And we never know. So if we really focus on what is His will for us, and not our will for Him, and let Him be in charge, and work hard, it doesn't come to you, and work hard, then you can really be relaxed in the campaign. And so we were relaxed. I'm very comfortable now where we are. The senators have been terrific. Senator Hall, are you still here, or did you have to leave? They had a caucus meeting tonight, so that's the reason other senators aren't here, Republican caucus. But I'm just very comfortable. We started, as you know, I campaigned on changing the block bill from 21 to 19. That rule has been on the books for 70 years. On the first day, we changed that rule. And it's really important. It allows us to move forward with Republicans not having to worry about the Democrats blocking our legislation. I said I would not appoint half the Democrats to be chairman of committees. Last session, there were 6. This session, there are 2 Democrats as chairman. I said that we would reduce the number of committees. We reduced them from 18 to 14, saving several $100,000 for taxpayers. We said we would secure the border, and I'm so proud to stand with Greg Abbott in his State of the State speech. He talked about securing the border. He talked about Second Amendment. He talked about school choice. And he said what I've said. I'm not going to let a budget come to the Senate floor unless it has significant and serious business and property tax relief for the citizens of Texas. And we're already going to roll out our tax package tomorrow, part of it, so be looking for that. We're just moving fast. And our goal is to get bills to the House. We can't bring a bill to the floor until March 16th, I think is the 60th day of the Constitution. We can pass emergency items, and we will. We have 5 emergency items that we're working on now that Governor Abbott gave us. But when we get that 60th day in about 3 weeks, we're going to get our legislation out. We're going to get it to the House. I've never understood this idea of holding our bills for the last 6 or 7 weeks, and the clock runs out. I want the House, and you have great House members here, great conservatives here. They want that conservative legislation. I want to give them plenty of time to hug it, and plenty of time to get it through committee, and plenty of time to get it to the governor's desk. And we're looking forward to getting House bills back, because we're going to get a lot of good legislation from them. We're not in competition with the House. What we're all about is putting the best interest of Texas first, and it really doesn't matter at the end of the day who files the bill, who authors the bill. If it's good for Texas, we have to pass that bill and get it to the governor so he can sign it and take us to the next level. That's what it's all about, and that's what we're doing in the Senate. So thank you for having me. I'm so blessed, so grateful, and so thankful to all of you. And I'll close with this, as I did the inauguration speech. Matthew 20:26 says, "For those who offer themselves up to lead, you must first be a servant." And I'm a servant to Jesus Christ first. I'm a servant to the people of Texas next. And I'm a servant to 31 senators in the Texas Senate. So thank you all. God bless.